Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa runs, and today we're going to be doing a run with Wales. They've only qualified twice for the World Cup. This game is out of date now. Remember, they qualified for 2022 World Cup, but the last time they qualified before 2022 was, I believe, 1958, I think. So a very long time for Wales from 1958 to 2022, of course. But on this game, they are a distinctly average side. However, they still possess the likes of Bale and most of the players that you would have seen in Euro 2012, World Cup 2014, stuff like that. So maybe we might qualify. It depends what group we're going to get, and we're going to randomize the groups right now and see where we land. So in 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're in a group. Oh, we're in a small group. We are in the small group with Armenia, Macedonia, Norway and Serbia. That's cool. I don't really land in the small group from time to time. However, the smaller group is a harder group to qualify from because obviously you've got the top spot, which is the automatic, and there is a playoff spot, but you're also competing with the playoff spots of all these groups as well. And of course, there's less of a chance to pick up points because obviously you've only got about 8 games to play in that group rather than 10. So before we start this match against Macedonia, let's have a look at the squad for Wales. So we got Wayne Hennessy in goal, Chris Gunter at the right wing back position, Liam Nyatanga in centre back position, Ashley Williams, who's this one? James Collins. Okay, cool. We've got Gareth Bale, of course, as well, who's only rated 72 at the time. So, you know, people might be saying, oh, you got Gareth Bale, you got Gareth Bale, but it's like, yeah, a very young version of Gareth Bale. Got Simon Davies here, who is a star player on the team. We have Edwards as well in the midfield, Joe Ledley as well in the midfield. Pretty decent lineup for Wales. I mean, some of these players are still pretty good players. Craig Bellamy, arguably the best player of the team, and Robert Earnshaw as well up top. Could be quite lethal, those two, if we get them in form. And then we have Aaron Ramsey, again, a very young Ramsey on the bench. And we got Vokes as well, who I have heard of before. I'm thinking Aaron Ramsey definitely needs to be on the pitch though, in place of Edwards. I think Ramsey, 75 rated Ramsey, has to be there on the pitch. And before we start our run against Macedonia, it is on legendary difficulty. You guys know that by now, that it is the best and most fun way to play this game. Like I said at the start, it's going to be quite a small qualifying campaign compared to the other ones. We're going to be missing at least 2 matches because this group is smaller. So we'll be playing 8 matches in this qualifying campaign for Wales, as opposed to the usual 10 matches I play with other nations. I don't really get this group a lot. The through ball, it goes to Bellamy, and his shot is saved, but hold on. What was Macedonia doing there? Oh, put wide there by Earnshaw. 2 shots already, and Macedonia are really feeling the pressure. Go on, over the top, beautiful ball. Robert Earnshaw jogging towards net, and he slots it in for 1-0. Just as simple as that, over the top, and Earnshaw gets the first goal for Wales' qualifying campaign. It's 1-0 away from home against Macedonia. Williams, Ledley. Oh, finesse shot just goes wide there. Wales have been having quite a few attacks, and they seem to be quite a good team to use at the moment. So it's half time, and we are leading 1-0 over Macedonia. We've had a lot of shots, however, we just can't find the target more than once. But I'm sure the goals will start coming once Wales get on form perfectly. Go on, through ball, yes, here we go, Earnshaw, he's through on goal. Is this a chance for number 2? It is number 2, and it's just as simple as that with Robert Earnshaw and Craig Bellamy up top. It is 2-0 to Wales, and it was just a nice through ball. I know I play this game all the time, but it is super exploitable, the through ball through the middle. You know, even on legendary difficulty, it's just so easy to pull it off. Some teams let you do it, like Macedonia here, but then some teams don't. It's, you know, I wish it was just that ever so slightly a little bit harder, but you never know. We might just get bounced out in qualifying by like Serbia or something. I'm sure there'll be a ton of people telling me just to put Bale up top. Like, back in 2010, he was a left back, or a left wing back, I should say. That's how Bale evolved. Go on, over the top here. Craig Bellamy is running. And it was just such a good ball. Oh, he puts it wide, and maybe he should have just squared it to Earnshaw. Very unlucky, Bellamy. They go for it. Oh, good save. I didn't expect Macedonia to score from there, but they actually almost did. Robert Earnshaw. Davis. Oh my days. That is the worst miss I've ever seen. Like, it literally is. How do you miss a chance like this? Embarrassing. Luckily, we're 2-0 up, but that is so bad. Hit it on your other foot, even if it is your weaker foot. But luckily, we're still going to win the match, and it is a 2-0 victory to Wales over Macedonia. Good away day for Wales, and we get the 3 points. Next up, we have Armenia. This time we're at home for this one, and hopefully Wales can continue the winning form, even though we've played one game. But it should be a win because Armenia are the smallest team in the group. Go on. Through ball. Earnshaw already. Throw on goal here. And that's off the post. I was about to say, like, that would have been the fastest goal that we've probably scored. But, denied by the post. Over the top to Robert Earnshaw. We've had tons of chances already. Earnshaw. And it's saved. The Armenian keeper. And the post as well, keeping us out in the early stages of the game. Like, we should be at least 1-0 up by now. And again, put wide by Wales. Oh, man. Are we going to have a striking crisis in this video? Like, where, you know, we struggle to score lots of goals? Because Wales are putting it on a plate for those strikers. Over the top. Earnshaw. Get a life, mate. You need to start putting... I don't know how he is missing those chances. Like, come on. And it's saved by the Armenian keeper. What have we got to do to score? We've had tons of chances, yet we still cannot find the back of the net. And it's a header there. Poor header. Armenia pushing forward. They better not get a goal with, like, the first shot of the game. That'll be super, super annoying. Bellamy running. Come on. Saved again by the Armenian keeper. Like, oh man. I think we have to buy some goals in a minute. Like, I literally have to pay EA to score against Armenia. At half time, it's 0-0 despite us having like 10 shots on goal. I am not joking. Look at that. Look at this. Wales. Please. Through ball. Ledley. Saved by the Armenian keeper again, man. These players are really starting to annoy me now. In the first game, we were so good. But in this one, bad. Go on. Oh my goodness, the Armenian keeper's having a worldie. He wants to be transferred to Real Madrid. Look at this. Nyatanga chests it down. And then, to you. Into the box. I just couldn't control it. He just couldn't control it. It's going to be one of those games. It is going to be one of those matches where we have so much shots and yet we don't score. Oh my days. Please, someone help me. These strikers cannot finish. So through ball. And finally, in the 88th minute, Craig Bellamy puts it in for 1-0. I mean, it doesn't excuse the horrible performance from Wales up top. But we finally score to make it 1-0. And that will be the 3 points. It took us like... I reckon we had 17 or 20 attempts on goal. I am not joking. And we still have only got 1 goal out of it. That conversion rate is ridiculous. So through ball. Here comes Bellamy again. Maybe time for another goal perhaps. No, of course not. I can't believe it. Like, okay, we're 1-0 up, which is great, of course, but the shooting in this match has been horrendous. Please, Wales, sharpen those boots. Sharpen your aim, please. I want to see how many shots I had against Armenia, because I had a lot of shots. What a joke. 16 shots, 7 on target and 1 goal. Wales, that is not good enough. Our third match away from home is going to be against Norway. We really need to be clinical in front of goal against Norway because they are a team that can beat Wales. Oh, I just got wiped out there by the captain of Norway. And no card. Okay, weird. Gareth Bale. The finesse shot doesn't do anything. It wasn't even that powerful. And Robert Earnshaw. Oh! No penalty! Oh, that must have been such a clean tackle. I only saw it from like a split second. Uh-oh, John Carew. I can't actually tackle him. He's just too much of a beast on this game. And he hits the post. Looks like they used some of our strikers from the last game. Oh my god, like, Norway just keeps slide tackling me. Every chance they get, they're just like, yep, slide tackle. Header. Oh, that just went wide there from Norway. It's going to be such a tough game to get anything out of it. Bellamy. And struck wide at the post. Some of our striking is just horrific. I don't understand how I'm putting these wide when I'm just doing the same as I usually do. It's good play here and come on. Yes, how lucky was that? It's 1-0 and that is Bellamy with the goal. The rain is definitely impacting the game because there's so many slide tackles. The ball is just going all over the place, but thankfully in that situation it helped us. It is 1-0 to Wales. Go on, through ball. Yes, come on, Bellamy. I saw him standing now. I was like, he's literally unmarked and it's goal number 2. How lucky was that Bellamy was stood in that position. And Bellamy has made it 2 against Norway. We're starting to pull away a little bit now. 45th minute, it's 2-0. Half time then, and it is 2-0 to Wales. A slight surprise, considering that Norway are slightly better rated than Wales. But we're doing alright at the moment. As long as Norway don't come close to scoring, then I'm sure we'll be alright. Good ball. Here comes Craig Bellamy. The Norwegians are trying to get close to him. And, oh yes, it's 3-0. And who was that scored? I think it was Ledley. Yes, it was. Joe Ledley has scored to make it 3-0 against Norway. Quite surprising. Quite a contrast from the last game where we struggled to score in front of goal against Armenia. But yet we're 3-0 up here against Norway. It's weird. Really weird. So clinical in this game, but really bad in the last game. I think Wales have learnt their lesson. Because they are a good team on this game. Like a good 3-star team. The rain is making it really difficult to control the ball. Even though we're 3-0 up, it just has been gliding around here, the whole pitch. Norway have had a few chances as well, but they just cannot finish their chances off. And here we go. Here comes Bellamy. Can it make it 4? That would be great if we could. Disconnected from Xbox Live. That put me off. And okay, well, Microsoft tried to stop me from scoring there. And that is going to be game over. Away from home against Norway in the pouring rain. We won by 3-0. Like I said, a different contrast to the Armenia game where we actually had 16 shots and failed to score until the end of the game. This one felt like a more clinical game and the Wales that I want to see in this qualifying campaign. Before we play our match against Serbia, I actually didn't see the reserves for Wales. Let's have a look. So we got Church, Gabardon. Okay, that's not a bad centre-back to have, to be fair, Gabardon. So I'm going to put him on in the actual team. We have got King, Andy King. Okay, cool. Joe Allen, a very young Joe Allen. I'm going to stick him on the reserves. No, the subs bench even. Because, you know, Joe Allen could be quite decent. Here we go then. Match against Serbia for the halfway point of this qualifying campaign. I told you it would be quite a small sort of series. If we're going to beat Serbia here, we need to be clinical like we were against Norway. If we play like we did against Albania, then we're really going to struggle. Because we are currently ahead of Serbia. Serbia have dropped points. I don't know who against. But that's a good thing. And if we beat Serbia, we can pull away at the top of the table. Edwards. Go on. Oh, beautiful move. And Earnshaw has scored the first goal against Serbia to make it 1-0. Really quick, beautiful move. Just to slide in. And it is 1-0. Pass, turn, finesse shot, bang, bottom corner. We can't tackle Serbia. Into the box, crossed in, And it's a header tipped over the bar by Hennessy. Good battling for the ball there. Serbia tackle. Very, very good tackle. It's been quite a quiet game from Serbia from their point of view. I expected to get peppered with shots, but I haven't yet. And, oh, okay, we could have got a second goal in the same sort of circumstances as we got the first. And it just feels like Wales don't want to go up for these 50-50 balls. I think someone told me in one of my previous gameplays that 50-50s on this game are really bad, and I would actually agree. Sometimes they're just so terrible when you're playing as teams like Wales or someone like that. The only time you're really going to win them is if you're playing with teams like England or something, or Germany. Okay, Jankovic. And saved by the goalkeeper, thankfully. Most of the time when you've got a free kick situation against the AI on the edge of the box, most of the time they'll score it on legendary difficulty. Craig Bellamy out to Gareth Bale, who's running into the box. Gareth Bale, the shot was saved, and saved by the goalkeeper, and cheekily backheeled in by number 8, and that is Craig Bellamy. That was such a good sequence. The Serbian goalkeeper was trying his best to keep it all out. Bale shot first, and then the rebound shot there, and then Bellamy just does this little backheel. A little backheel. Let's have a look at that again. Bosh, straight in. Let's have another look at that just close up here. Craig Bellamy, so cheeky. Look at this. He's just like, yep, see you later. And I didn't even intend to do it either. Very cheeky finish against the Serbian goalkeeper, who has actually been pretty good in this game, especially with those 2 double saves. Just got very unlucky. But Craig Bellamy, you know what he's like. He's a bit of a, a bit of a wind-up merchant. Of course, being in the automatic spots at the halfway point is fantastic. Wales have beaten Serbia here by 2-0. Really good performance. And I've actually really enjoyed using Wales at the moment. We still have the second portion of qualifying, which will be in the next video, of course. I'm sorry that this part is a little bit smaller than usual. Of course, being in this group means that everything is going to be quicker. So at the halfway point, this is how your table is looking like. And for Wales, it's a really clean portion of the qualifying campaign. 4 wins, 0 losses, and 0 goals against us in this campaign. We're 5 points clear of Serbia as well, which is great. We're about 8 points clear of Norway, however they do have a game in hand. So this group, if we can continue like this, will be quite an easy qualification for Wales. So looking at the rest of the groups in Europe, this is how Group A is looking like, and Group A is quite an interesting group as well. You've got Iceland, top of the group at the moment, Ukraine with 2 games in hand, 3 points behind them, Estonia only 3 points behind Iceland with a game in hand as well. Luxembourg have got a couple of games in hand on Iceland as well. And you've got Malta and the Faroe Islands towards the bottom. Again, no real huge team in there. Ukraine is the biggest team in there by far. And then you've got Iceland, and then Estonia, Luxembourg, Malta and the Faroe Islands are all rated around about the same on this game. So that'll be a really interesting group when it finishes. In Group B, we have England top of that one at the moment, with Italy just behind them, 4 points behind them, as are Latvia. Greece are 5 points behind England, but only 1 point behind Latvia and Italy, as are Romania, and Bulgaria aren't that far behind either. So again, we got another situation where you got Italy kind of struggling a little bit in that one. England have started to pull away, but I mean, anybody can sneak into that playoff position. In Group C, we have Slovenia top of that one, with Northern Ireland just behind them. Scotland have got 8 points with a game in hand. Of course, Slovenia have a game in hand as well. Poland are mid-table, but they're not actually that far behind. Belgium not really having a great campaign, and of course San Marino, where you would expect them to be, at the bottom of the table. In Group D, we have this situation with Spain and Portugal in the same group. You don't really get that too often, with Croatia just behind them, and then you got Sweden mid-table, and then you've got Russia near the bottom as well, and then you've got Lithuania at the bottom with 0 points. All those teams in there are hard to play against, apart from Lithuania, but Spain, Portugal, Croatia, Sweden and Russia, that is a stacked group. In Group E, we have another group where there's no real huge team in there, but Denmark are leading that one, and then Switzerland are second, only 2 points behind them. Bosnia are not too far behind them. Belarus and Cyprus aren't that far behind either, really. And I guess Azerbaijan, even though they've only got 1 win and 1 draw, they're still not out of it yet. In Group F, Slovakia are top of that one with 9 points. Czech Republic have 7. Israel are only 3 points off the leader Slovakia. Kazakhstan have got a game in hand against Finland to play against, and of course a win for Kazakhstan will put them in second place. So that'll be quite a good achievement for Kazakhstan if they can keep themselves in the running. Moldova at the bottom and Finland as well near the bottom, but again it's still quite close with only 4 games played. In Group G, this has to be again one of the most stacked groups in the whole European qualifying campaign. The randomization process this time round actually made it so that some of the groups are super easy on paper, and some groups like this are so difficult. You've got Republic of Ireland top of this group. I mean, they have played 2 more games than the rest of the group, but they are still top with 11 points. Holland, France, Hungary have all got the same points. It's quite remarkable really how Ireland are actually top, to be fair, but fair play to them. And then you have Germany just near the bottom of the group next to Turkey, who are having a bad campaign. You're going to get some big misses from Europe in this World Cup, whoever qualifies that is. In Group H, again, it's another sort of average group. Montenegro are top with 12 points. And then you've got Albania with a game in hand, 5 points behind them, as are Georgia and Austria with 7 points. All of them have 7 points. Even Andorra are still in the running for that playoff spot. And maybe Liechtenstein as well. Despite Liechtenstein having a negative 14 goal difference or whatever, you know, they've conceded 21 goals. It's still to play for, and again I'm really excited to see how that group will pan out. The rest of the world groups haven't really sort of started yet, so I'll review them at the end of the qualifying campaign. But this is going to be the end of your first part of your Wales European World Cup qualifying, and if you did enjoy this first part, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.